Le Beau is a series of fragrances by Jean-Paul Gaultier that are starting to add new flankers to the mix over the past few years. The latest in 2025 is Le Beau Flower Edition, which comes on the heels of the popular Paradise Garden. I recently bought bottles of both of these colognes and wanted to do a direct head-to-head comparison between them. Which JPG smells better, lasts longer, and is the better buy? Paradise Garden opens with a mix of sweetness, freshness, minty spice, and an aquatic undertone to it all. It's a greener aroma from the fig note asserting itself along with that coconut. Here it's a coconut water, and it's paired with the ginger note, which gives it a bit of a fresh spice. While Paradise Garden is a coconut water note, there still is some creaminess involved here. Not only the coconut, but the fig note, the sandalwood, and the tonka bean actually come through too and give it a bit of extra creaminess, though it still is a lighter, airier type of aroma. Meanwhile, Le Beau Flower Edition starts off being sweet, fruity, green, and fresh. The violet and violet leaf is paired up with the kumquat and hint of lemon at the start, and it smells quite good. When the kumquat note starts to fade, it becomes greener and somewhat muskier with how it presents. Obviously, the violet is sticking around for the duration of the wear, and that is the main event here. So which one is better? I like them both a lot. Flower Edition is much better than I expected, and I was surprised by how much I enjoyed it. Though in this opening act, I think I like the scent of Paradise Garden somewhat more. Paradise Garden isn't a heavy fragrance. In fact, it's light, but it does have some body to it, more than you would expect. Though its projection is good for what kind of cologne this is. It's a lighter, moderate for spring and summertime, but it has some punch behind it. Flower Edition is lighter and doesn't sustain its reach for the same amount of time, though in that first hour, these two are actually neck and neck. The newer Gaultier actually has more power than you think it would, and it's not a weak scent at all. It is more light and airy with its sillage. It's not one to bog you down, but it sticks around very well for a summertime cologne. But in this category, Paradise Garden still has the edge overall. Okay, so how long do they last? Paradise Garden will go for 8 or so hours. I'm not even sure that it hits 9 hours on my skin, at least not thus far that I've worn the cologne. It's solid enough, but nothing amazing. With Flower Edition, I get 7 to 7.5 hours away from it. It's not a more powerful aroma there towards the end, but it is still quite present and noticeable when you have it on. I actually get very good performance out of these two scents. I mean, for what they are, they're not extreme performers, and there's not actually too much of a difference, but the longevity is slightly favoring Paradise Garden. You'll get an extra hour, maybe 2, if you're lucky. These two scents inhabit a lot of the same space. Both are spring and summertime wears. The lightness and ozonic qualities of Flower Edition might make it slightly better on the hottest days of the year. Though, Paradise Garden wouldn't be too shabby on the hot days of summer either. Both of these are more casual daytime wears. They're not formal or something that you'd wear to the office. They do tend to skew younger as well, though for when you'd wear each of these, to me they fit in fine for all ages. Just don't expect something serious and well put together. It's more of a laid-back, casual kind of fragrance with both of these. Flower Edition actually might be slightly more versatile as it's closer to being unisex. It can hold up slightly better in the hottest temperatures, so it might have the edge in this category, but it's basically the same between them. Overall, which one of these two fragrances do I enjoy more? It's actually a closer race than I expected coming into things. I like Flower Edition a lot more than I thought. I like Flower Edition quite a lot. The opening act is really good, and the kumquat makes it interesting. The dry down is a good use of violet and tonka bean. It does get somewhat powdery while still being light and well built for the heat, but I like the dry down as well. However, I think Le Beau Paradise Garden is the better JPG scent. It has a good balance between the different notes, better performance, even if it's only slightly, a great tropical vibe, and is a very pleasant scent to wear around. For now, my pick is Le Beau Paradise Garden. Maybe you can go with Flower Edition if you don't like the coconut note and you're a bigger fan of violet. I'm not sure how many people that applies to. Outside of that, it's pretty safe to pick Paradise Garden between these two.